Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm not going to do a review today or an unboxing or anything. I thought I'd just kind of like have a little, I don't want to call it a rant because it's not going to be a rant. Just kind of like a little rambling um, of just enjoying things that you like to enjoy no matter what. Like obviously you guys know I love horror movies. I'm sure you guys could tell like there's a couple of things I like, like obviously I also enjoy wrestling and stuff. As you can tell by my t-shirt, I love Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac. Um, but I've always kind of have liked stuff that I feel like a lot of people kind of always like, I guess, bashing in a way. And if you're one of those people who is into something and has come across like similar situations, and this goes for like whatever it is, whether you're into horror movies or you're into like Star Wars or you're into Pokemon or whatever it is. I'm sure we've all come across, other people who are just like, "Ew, that's so stupid," or getting a little trolled in our life. I'm sure we've all come across it. Like I said, I know I certainly have. But, don't let other people tell you if something you enjoy is stupid. Life's too short to stop enjoying something because people tell you it's stupid. Truly it is. Like I always tell my nieces and nephew, like, dude, if you like something, like own it, dude. Be proud of it. Like wear it as a badge of honor. Because I feel like some of these people too, who kind of troll us, have their own little things that they enjoy, and it's like really, because what you enjoy is so much better. You know, you know. Like perfect example, my nephew who's like 8. He's really just gotten into like wrestling. Really has um fully got into it. He's at the perfect age for it and everything. And like, one of his favorite wrestlers is John Cena. And he knows like I cannot stand John Cena. I'm like, oh. But I always tell him like, yeah, you know what, kiddo, like, yeah, we might go back and forth like, oh, John Cena's awesome and oh, John Cena's stupid. But, little fun stuff like that, just kind of like bickering with each other, like that's okay, whatever. But I always tell him I would never ever tell him like, no, you know what, John Cena's completely stupid. You shouldn't like him. Like he likes him. Like I respect that. And I tell him too, like for a role model, like you picked a pretty good role model. Like he's a good one. I'll admit that. He's all about like kids and stuff, but oh god, that sounded kind of weird, didn't it? I mean that in a good way. Like, he's, big promoter for like kids and stuff and is always taking pictures with kids and stuff. But I tell him like, yeah, that's John Cena's a really good role model, and as an aunt, I'm like, go for it, dude. Um, but yeah, but for us, for like horror fans, I feel like we're a pretty easy target. Oh, sorry, I just realized that I kind of accidentally flicked you guys off by doing that. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Um, anyway, but no, I feel like we're pretty easy targets. I know we're not like the only easy targets. Especially for those of us who are like really into horror movies. Like I feel like at some point throughout our lives we've gotten like trolled and everything of like, oh, horror movies are stupid, they're all the same. It's like, no, they're not all the same. Just because you've seen like two of like the same movies, horror movies or similar horror movies, does not mean you're an expert. But like I said, like no matter what it is, whatever you are really totally into, whether it's horror movies, like I said, or like Pokemon or whatever it is, or comics or music, whatever you're passionate about, don't let other people rain on your parade about it. Just, do you basically. It's always like really upsets me when I am talking to someone and they're telling me how they used to be really into something and then they kind of just lost interest because they got so much heat for liking something just makes me so frustrated because, like, no, like, enjoy it. You know, it's something you like, it's something you're passionate about. Do not let other people discourage you into unliking it. I mean, certainly there are things where I'm like, wow, like people are really into this. Like, you know, like gamers, like games are huge, huge. You know, they've been huge for years. People are literally like professional gamers. And you know what? I'm not the biggest gamer. Like, I'll play a game like once every couple of months for a little bit. So I'm not like a huge gamer, but I enjoy playing like, you know, some Super Mario Brothers or something. But I would certainly never ever knock someone for, you know, going into like tournaments for games or anything, or just being so into a game or something or a game system. You know, like just hello. I mean, I actually, you know, I wish I was more into games because there's so many great games out there, but I just, you know, I'm not that into them. You know, but I work with plenty of people who are so into games, and actually a couple weeks ago, I overheard one of the produce guys talking to one of like the back room guys, just talking about a newer game. I forget what game they were talking about, like Assassin's Creed or something, or maybe it was like a little bit of an older game, but one that's like fairly newer slash kind of getting old, but they're kind of talking about it and like how, you know, far each one was getting into it and everything, and where they were at and what they thought of it, and they were like just really getting into it. It was like a good conversation. I even told the produce guy afterwards. I'm like, that was a pretty cool conversation. Like, that's cool. Like, when I see that, like, two people who are very passionate about the same thing, and they're really kind of like getting into it and really kind of like talking about it and getting excited for it, that just makes my day, because it's like, oh, like they get it, like I get it too, and it's like, oh. You know, he even asked me too, he's like, oh, are you into games? I'm like, I'm not really, but I think that's just so cool to like see you guys getting into it and, you know, talking about this game, a specific game. Like, that's just so freaking cool. You know, I even, you know, tell like, you know, like younger kids that I work with, because, you know, I work with Target, so, you know, I work with a wide range of people from like 16-year-olds to like 60 something year olds, almost 70-year-olds. 70 sounded like I said seven, I thought, so, but whatever. So I mean, you know, I work with a lot of different people, a lot of different interests and stuff, and I get, you know, quite a few people who are like, dude, you're so into horror movies, I don't get it. Like, I can't stand horror movies. But, you know, they're pretty, you know, just with working with me for so long, they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool though that you're into it, you know, and you kind of see things or whatever in horror movies. But yeah, but like, if you guys are into stuff, you know, do not let people bring you down about it at all. Because, like I said, life is way too short for other people to be like bashing you about something. I mean, I think everyone has, you know, at least something or two that they are so into. And actually, another guy that I work with, like, he's really into like beers and stuff. He's not an alcoholic. But he's very like knowledgeable of like beer and stuff, and it's like anytime someone has like a question about a beer, everyone's always like, "Dude, go to Larry, you know, check him out, and you know, talk to Larry, he would know." You know, but stuff like that, like something like beer or like spirits and stuff. I would love to be more knowledgeable about, or even one of my other coworkers who, like he just he knows so much about like different types of cheeses and stuff, and just like what goes with what. Like, we have like all this stuff, like all these different like sort of cheeses and stuff in our like next to our little like meat meat and cheese case that we slice, and it's just like, you know, with like different like jams and stuff. He knows like, okay, well, this one, like this type of cheese is not gonna really melt, or this cheese is a nice creamy one and it's really good with like a little bit of like this jelly or something. Like, I know it sounds disgusting, but it's so good. And like, he's always making me try stuff, and I was like, what is it, and I'm like, I'll think like, this is gonna be disgusting, I don't know what the F he's talking about, this creamy cheese and this freaking pepper jam. I don't know, this is gonna be gross, and I'll try it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's delicious. But just like stuff like that, where it's like he's passionate about it. It's like, dude, that's awesome. It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, everyone has their little like thing. Whether you're into stuff like that, or video games, or like if you're a Star Wars fan or a Trekkie, you're into Star Trek and stuff. Like, dude, don't let anyone like bash you for it, dude. Like what you like. Let the haters be hating, because you know what? Maybe they're just jealous because they haven't found something they're as passionate about. And I think that's also why too, on my channel, like, I'm always like, dude, if you don't like something that I might like, don't worry, like, I'm not gonna bash you for hating something or liking something that I don't like. Because I always try to be like really respectful about what people like or what people's interests are, because I don't ever want people to feel like ashamed about what they enjoy. So I'm just saying, but yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys, are into. I mean, like, obviously, I know a lot of you are probably into horror, because that's pretty much all I talk about on this channel. But what are, like, other things, or what are, like, some of your experiences that you may have had from coming from other people who may have been, like, trolling you about liking horror movies, or maybe liking something different. Because, like I said, I've been, you know, every so often I get people who are like, dude, you like horror movies? That's stupid. Don't ever let anyone tell you that's stupid, whatever you're into. So that's just my little spiel. Like I said, though, let me know, guys, what your experiences have been with people kind of trolling you and stuff on stuff that you might be interested in, or what are some of your other interests in life besides horror movies and stuff. Until next time, you guys, I just want to say thank you for letting me speak my mind as always, and I will see you, I don't know when I'll see you next. Let me know, though. Let me know on your experiences, and until next time, you guys, stay creepy and classy, and as always, a little bit sassy.